Everybody, I'm RangaDad, and just how price. Let's get into it. Just a quick one. The weekly is about to close. Weekly. So we had another negative weekly candle on Bitcoin. We've had bugger all movement since then. Go down to daily. Things are still trending downwards. We've still got wick that can potentially be taken there. One of the candles. If you want to know about vector candles, I strongly urge you to go and watch Trader's Volatility channel. Good nosy stuff. And there is a vector in the lower, shorter time frame. Don't worry too much about these lines. I've just trader as a support and resistance indicator as well. And I was just playing around with the projection of this one out. It's all sort of coming together. I guess the way I was looking at it this morning, kind of expecting a little bit of a pump for the open tonight in New York, and the main reason being actually expecting, like the close was positive. You and SPY last week. SPY's bouncing off. That was recovery earlier on at that point. And there's another couple of vectors that it may want to soon. The fact that we are closing below the 800 moving average on the daily, concerning. But what you'd normally expect if you're breaking key levels like this is you're going to get movement down, come back up, retest, and so normally price going up into the close of the US market, quite often means you can get a positive day after that. It wouldn't surprise me if we filled this gap reasonably early in the week. Later on, the reason I wouldn't expect it straight away is there's just too many people. PSI, sorry, the Papa Smurfs RSI indicator is getting quite low as well outside. Generally, I'm not looking huge downside from there. Not that it's 100% the case, but you know, we're already at pretty low level. And you know, volatility's getting high. Jewel hasn't turned yet, but it is pretty low. So that's generally what I'm thinking. Some short-term upside. Quickly go into ETH. ETH's got a lot of longer time frame. Further up. That's kind of why I was expecting a bit more upside before we dump. Well, just too much. Still. Or too many vectors in the zone. There is a fair bit of liquidity when you look at the high block as well. Around here, potentially up to this. Or that would be a level where I'd expect a lot of people to start claiming, you know, bottoms in, ultra bullish. Let's great time. This vector candle here concerns me a bit. And around the 1,000 mark on Ethereum. So before we head up, if this is the low and we never come back here again, I would expect us to go around 1,000. There isn't much below that, and bull run, even there. Memory when I check. Good claim that most, maybe something down around the 630 mark. Potentially these 7. Not too worried about them yet, but the other thing that concerns me a little bit is the Bitcoin longs. Now, this is from Bitfinex. Just have a look at the increase in longs, and these levels here, the levels back in 2019, 2021. Since the last drop, since here, by 2021, the amount of longs that have come into Bitcoin on Bitfinex is just something we haven't seen. So the thing that concerns me there is so far these people are still holding according to this. Like, how is everyone still holding on? They mustn't have had very high leverage. But to sort of knock these guys out, I can't see the market makers paying out on all these guys. I think before we have our next major bull run, I would expect these to be reduced back down to something in sort of region right now. Just based on sort of the long-term trend line, like an interest in Bitcoin movement. I'm not just seeing any major upside yet. And look, it could be we go sideways for a year, pumps and dumps. But generally in this range that we're in at the moment, we'll slowly eat at these people. But yeah, this concerns me. What's it going to take to get it already? Third, Bitcoin. Looking in this run. Accumulating. So the guys that were in this region still haven't been liquidated. They're still in position. Either that or they've been out and in. It just doesn't sit right with me. That many still open. So that pretty much covers what I wanted to say. Not expect a huge down. We may see a bit of a wick down, or we may see some down. Grab some liquidity before going up. Potentially another breakout here, which short squeeze. Don't think with too much wrong economy. This to be the low. Look, there's some pretty good prices out there. I'm going to be waiting for a bit of confirmation once there is some up. Yeah, that's so that's some more tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Hope this helps.